What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld, and what we're going to be talking about right now is the unlocking of the most feared team captain token. So pretty much what was here prior to this was a whole objective list, and that pretty much involved completing all the solos and completing one set inside of the most feared category in the sets. And then you would get, another team captain token, which we're going to use right now to upgrade Jerry Rice. Now, you guys, we've been through it all with Jerry Rice. Some of you guys are like, yo, bro, he's all right. Some of you guys agree that he absolutely sucks. But ultimately, we all should agree that he's going to pan out later, regardless of how garbage he is now. And I'm going to explain that again, because we're going to have Calvin Johnson very soon. But right now, we're grinding to, oh, my. Like right now, we're going to be grinding for the actual, the most feared master, who's Calvin Johnson right now. Even though, in addition, they're going to be releasing other players. We'll get to that in a second. Don't worry about all that, all right? We're going to do it. We're going to, take care of all that coming very soon. But what's going to be happening is, like I told you guys, I'm going to be benching Jerry Rice to the fourth receiver, putting Tyreek Hill to the slot, or maybe I'll bench Randy Moss for Calvin, and then keep the faster Tyreek Hill, and because Calvin Johnson has better run block. I believe he has like 55. He can actually get dual chem, so I could add more run block to him. As a matter of fact, Let me see what Randy Moss's run block right now. What is his run block? Let's check out his run block is 42. So Calvin has a 55. I think he should be dual chem, so we could actually add an additional chem to him and make him be able to be, he will now be able to have the +3 run block and everything else like that, because he's able to get the dual chem, which I don't believe that Randy Moss is eligible to do right now, right? He can't get dual chems. I don't think he can. All right, but the only thing with that is, what's going to happen with that is we won't be able to get the actual the sprinter chem won't be there for him if we use dual chem. That's going to be the issue. And we're going to want to get that additional, that additional +1 speed. So we may not be able to do that. We might have to just make Calvin Johnson just outright, just make him just have the actual power run. And then you'll see right there in the right side, he'll get the lead block, he'll get the run block, power, and impact block. And then we'll just have him out there just so that we can have a bigger body that's out there that's run blocking at wide receiver with a faster speed. So that's just an idea also about how we can do it. All right. Now, going forward, we're going to add this to him right now. And this is going to make him that 94 over there, but it's going to turn to 95 because we have him actually chemmed up. So because he's chemmed up, he's going to be certifiably like that now. He's going to look exactly like that, and that's where we're going with him. So we're going to go. He has an additional, what is this ability thing here? Okay, so now he can be a deep route specialist. See, this is what I'm talking about. The only problem is we're going to be getting rid of him. You see what I'm saying, bro? Like, we're not going to be getting rid of him, but he's not going to be able to have that right now because it won't matter that he has that specialty because he won't be one of my outside receivers. It's going to actually be Calvin Johnson and probably Randy Moss. But Randy Moss's spin move kind of makes me upset. So he might get benched just so that we can have Tyreek Hill out there, which it's kind of weird, though. We might have to sell Randy Moss, actually. We might not need him anymore. Because you know what we're going to do? Let's do this. Randy Moss might have to go. The only problem is, no, we're going to keep Randy Moss. It's just because we're going to have way too many receivers. And the issue behind that is when there's too many receivers, like we have no receivers. You know that saying, like, bro, when you have too many, we really have none? That whole saying, however that goes, that's pretty much how it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what Calvin Johnson is doing right now. And then from there, we're going to now assess that situation and see how he compares. But I know he has a better spin move. He's down to 1.14 million. That's crazy. Because the only reason that you would complete the set anyway would be to be able to get all of the Nats back. But I think I might ultimately just buy Calvin Johnson outright if his price keeps going down like that. It doesn't make any sense to do the set because I don't want all those idiots anyway. You know what I'm saying? What am I going to do with those guys? So looking at this right here, you can see that they're both pretty much the same, but obviously you got to add the chem, so he'll have the +1 speed. They'll both be 92 speed. Deep route running, he has a little bit better. Spec catch obviously is going to be better. It's Calvin Johnson. But when you start looking at the run block, 55. So both of these guys, we could probably start both these guys and have a better run block situation. Now that I'm starting to think about it, 81 stiff arm, 85 spin move. So they're suitable enough to be able to spin move at the point of attack. Like, Tyreek Hill is pretty good as well, but we might have to ultimately, I was actually going to be benching, who was this, Jerry Rice, but we might actually keep him on the outside now and add a different dimension to our squad. That might be a possibility. The only thing is he may end up dropping the ball and causing more of a maximum rage, which, you know, that's pretty much what's going to happen primarily if he doesn't catch the ball. So ultimately right now, when you look at the squad, Jerry Rice is a 95 overall, okay? And he has a, what does he have? He has a 92 speed, right? He has a 92 speed, and that's pretty much what's going on in this situation. So now what we have to do is make sure that every decision that we make right now is going to benefit the squad in a positive manner. That's pretty much what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that it's going to benefit the squad in a positive manner. So with everything that he has right there, right, and now he can also get deep route specialist, it might benefit us right now while he's actually a better card and more efficient in the run game to bench Randy Moss and to keep him there. Even though we know that Randy Moss is probably ultimately the better card and we have all the deep specialists and everything on him, Jerry Rice can now get it and we can use him in the same fashion and just have an overall better run block, because when you have to be able to run the ball in this game. Okay, why is it showing 50 right there, but it just showed 55? Didn't it show 55 when we just compared him to the other guy, or was it -5? What was 55 over there? And why is it showing 73? What's happening with this right now? Is this what's supposed to be Hold on, let's back out of this. Because I know didn't we just see 55 run block when we just saw Jerry Rice outside of the other thing? I know that's what we saw. So let me go back and go check that real quick. Maybe I'm seeing things. But, oh, no. He had a 55. Calvin Johnson had a 55. This guy had a 50. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on right now and see what we can assess from the situation. All right, let's look at the run block situation here. So, yeah, it was 55, but it shows 51 here, though. Why is it showing 51 and it was 50? I don't know what's going on. What is this? Why does it show 51 here, but then when we go to the other side, what? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Jerry Rice either has a 51 or a 50, but either way, he's a better run blocker than both Tyreek Hill and Randy Moss. So I'm thinking because at this current point in time, he's the same speed as Randy Moss, we may have to utilize him in that regard. That might be something that we have to do because it just makes more sense to do that. Because now his run block shows 50. I don't know what's going on. Let me go to his other screen and just make sure what's going on. I don't know what this is. It's showing 50 on the card, but, because this is the older version of the card. It hasn't updated. Oh, okay, that's what it is. It hasn't really updated. Okay, so let's leave Ultimate Team because sometimes EA needs to refresh itself, and I don't know what it's doing right now. And then we're going to go right back into it and see what's going on. Let's do that and see if that makes a difference. Because I'm like, yo, what's going on? And I know a lot of you guys watching the video like, yo, they changed the art. That's the problem. But sometimes when you're looking at it, you're just so fascinated by the foolishness that it doesn't really make sense. We got to assess it later. All right, so what did they do? They still have him at the wrong thing? Okay, now it looks like that should be that's the right animation, so it should show him at his proper 51, right? I believe. Yeah, there you go. So now it's showing it the right way. Okay. With that being said, he's gonna probably be able. He's gonna have an additional ability soon. Let's find out when that's gonna happen, though. When does that happen? His new ability. When is that gonna be happening? Okay. Unlock ability. Okay, so it unlocks. The next one is gonna unlock an ability chemistry slot, right? So it'll be an additional one, and we can dual chem him, and because we'll be able to use this sprinter. Okay, this is sprinter times 2. Okay, so maybe we won't be able to dual chem him. Maybe we won't. Oh, now you could actually get times 3 with him now? Okay, so you get a lot of different upgrades, but the ability chem, usually they give you the option to put an additional, different type of chemistry on them, but they're not showing it right now, so that might not be even a situation that we can attack that. But ultimately, like I said, I really, really hated him, but if he can help us a little bit more in the run blocking aspect once we get Calvin, I think that'll be more beneficial for us all. So I just want to know what you guys are thinking about that. Let me know what the deal is with that. Is it a smart move? Is it not a smart move? And then we'll go from there. But Now that he's a 95 overall, I think it would make more sense to start him. Okay, we're going to probably have to start this guy. And then we'll just sub in, you know what I'm saying? We'll sub in the other guy. We'll sub in, okay, we're going to go for this position only. We'll keep Tyreek Hill as the slot receiver. And then we'll actually have Jerry Rice there for now. This is all going to change. All right, the next time, probably after I do my pack opening that you guys won by getting 100 retweets, I'm going to probably have Jerry Rice and Megatron, and then Randy Moss might have to actually be the fourth receiver. We might have to bench Randy, as crazy as that sounds, until his speed is enhanced. And then leave Tyreek Hill there being a faster dude right there ready to go, and then we'll go from there. That might have to ultimately be the plan. For now, guys, for now. Because the run block is so critical on these runs so that we don't have to put a tight end in that situation. We could actually keep these other guys in like a double wide receiver set with our tight ends and just make our running just really, really vicious, because that's the way to eat up 3-3-5 odd. Just run the ball. That's pretty much what it is. You don't have to be scared of 3-3-5 odd. Just run the ball. And then they can stay in it all they want. And then if you need to pass, you'll come out in bunch and, you know, do a little bit of motion to make sure you get blocking. But for the most part, you need wide receivers that can block, and you need a healthy run game. Until next time, one love.